Hey guys, it's Bill, aka J Volume here. How you doing? Gonna start a set of videos. I'm not sure what we're going to do as far as how frequent, but it's gonna rotate between 4 games that I want to get really into, maybe a fifth. The first game that we're going to do is Baseball Mogul, but we'll also see Motorsport Manager, Tower 3D Pro, and Face to the Mat Wrestling, which is a board game by Play Games. We might see re-entry pop in, maybe as kind of like a spot starter, since we're talking about baseball today. So, here we go. We are going to get into Baseball Mogul. It's by Sports Mogul. They also do a Football Mogul game. I've played Baseball Mogul since the original, buying it at Electronic Boutique back in the late 90s, so that should, or early 90s maybe, so that should tell you when, how long I've been playing this game. So, this is the brand new version that came out last week, and was able to pick it up. Right now you can pick it up with a 20% sale using the code Trout432 for Mike Trout's contract there, and gives you 20% off. So we were able to get the game for $27.99 instead of $34.99. So always a plus. So we are going to do the Miami Marlins franchise. We're going to do multiple seasons. Basically, each video we're going to kind of just work on series by series. So that way it's not a 2-hour long video, and we'll get some action in. So as we look here, this is the standing screen, but there's all these different ones. Sorry, I've actually moved my mouse over to the other screen. But calendar, standings, finances, leaders. I have it on career, but it'll go to, this will be the 2019. This was the 2018. And you can change these up. So if we want to see who is the batting average leader, Mookie Betts was the leader. And so headlines. After a disappointing year, Marlins hire Bill Sourbeer to help them out. We got the depth chart, which is important for us. It will show us who's the best player in each position and what their rating is. And then, see, this is a good thing here. So I click on the third baseman, and it shows Martin Prado is our best third baseman. He's actually in AAA, so we don't even have a solid third baseman. We got Brian Anderson playing third base. But you've got transactions, so if we make any trades, and then the playoff tree, showing who's in right now. This is our top stories. This will pop up every time we play a game. Some news story will pop up here and tell us about how we're doing, about how if somebody gets injured on another team, like a big deal, if something really big happens, that'll be there. Sorry, 1 second. This is our top prospects. These are 3 guys that they want us to focus on. These are our expiring contracts, and notice 2 of our biggest names, Starlin Castro and Curtis Granderson, are on the thing. Over here is where we are in the league. This will be our team stats with batting, ERA, runs scored, runs allowed. I think we'll also say projected, based off of projections of these, what should our record be. That's what it's been in the past. And finances. Now, right now we have a team payroll of $101 million, just under 102. We have $11,250,000 in cash, and our projected profit of the year, as long as we don't do anything really stupid or just go over 162, is we should make about $3.5 million, which will get us closer to $15 million. Now, I know I've been looking at the team for a bit. Now, the reason why I picked the Miami Marlins, I'm a big fan of the Marlins, not as much as the Red Sox, but with the Red Sox having a $250 million budget, it's a little easier to play in the game because you could basically pick whoever the hell you want. I decided let's go with half that budget and try to do our best. So now up here in this area is the team, the player, the budget. So this shows your lineups. Now, normally this game is not optimized, so you would click sort all, and it would decide to, it optimizes who's the best lineup, who this is, sort your minors, stuff like that. But you didn't really have to do that this much. There was a little move just now, but it wasn't, as bad. And then the same thing, I click on pitching, nothing's changed. So it's pretty optimized. The same thing with budget. I went into budget. Tickets are exactly what they want it to be, $34. Concessions. I love that sound. We have our TV broadcast. That'll get us some money. We can build a stadium if we want. I checked if we wanted to move the Marlins across the Alligator Alley to Naples. It would cost us, $15 million. We don't have that yet. If we got rid of Martin Prado, we could. So that's our things for this year, is trying to get some players, trying not to spend a lot of money, because we don't have a heck of a lot. I forget, let's see. I think it's in... Yeah, expenses. We're 23rd in the league in cash at $11 million. Now, granted, we're expected to be over $15 million by the end of the year and have a lot of big names leaving us, or hopefully take a little less money. Because, Martin Prado there, $13 million, and he's in AAA. Oh, yeah. So, we are going to get going. I do have to make a deal. I just read, as I was doing some research on the Marlins, and for this video itself, I just found out that the Marlins have released Dan Straley. And I don't want to release him, because he has a $5 million contract. And that would hurt. We would have to pay that. So, that would hurt. Straley is here. Straley is sitting as the number 2 starter in AAA, a 76 rating. So we're going to try to send him somewhere. So you could go to trades. You could go to trading block. I tried to do a trade earlier just to see, and was offered. Now, I'm always going to go to our Boston Red Sox friends. Now, the Marlins and the Red Sox have always had a nice relationship with some trades, and the fact that Dave Dombrowski, the general manager of the Red Sox, was the first ever general manager of the Florida Marlins. Hoping that we'll have a good friendly. Yeah, they're not gonna offer anything right away. Hopefully we'll have a nice friendly relationship. But let's go to the trade block, and we're gonna put in Dan Straley. Now, we're not gonna get a trade for anybody with Dan Straley straight up, because he's a 76 rating and he's got a $5 million contract. So no one is going to give us something right away. We're going to have to sweeten the pot, maybe give a little money, bite into his salary a bit, maybe put in a prospect. So I did try, like I said, tried to make this trade earlier. See, nobody's gonna make a deal with us for Dan Straley straight up. And if you try to go like $1 million, no. So take a guy who has See, let me explain something right off the bat. These numbers here in the rating category, the first number is what they are now, and the second number is what they could be. So, Pablo Lopez is an 83 now, so he's the best pitcher, one of the best pitchers in our thing. But he can be a 90 with some good conditioning. So, when you look at prospects, it's okay. They're a 63, a 60, but he's only going to ever be a 64. So that's not the great. He's not going to be someone anybody wants. So we look at our thing. This 23-year-old Zach Gallen, he's an 82 now. He could be an 88. He could be a starter basically on any roster. So if we offer him, Straley, and $1 million, we get two offers. One is Nick Markakis, who's an 82 right fielder, who's making $6 million. So essentially, I'm losing $2 million and a prospect out of this deal. I'm gonna click balance cash. That says it's evenly balanced. Oh no, they took away our $1 million, so that's nice. We'd only be giving away $1 million for that one. And Clint Frazier. Now Clint Frazier is a 24-year-old who's an 83, 84 potential with making $1.95 million, and he's got arbitration till 2020. So even if he has a huge year, he's not going. We can still get him for cheaper next year as well. So I like this deal. We'll end up losing about $2 million, or $2 million off our payroll, and we get another outfielder for 2 pitchers in our minor league. So I like this deal. We're gonna make it. The Yankees say, "Excellent, call me if you have any other deals in mind." So we went to the evil empire and they helped us out. So what we need to do now is go to our team, our lineup, and sort again. Now Frazier is actually in the minors right now. I mean, we got Granderson's a 78. We got Dean, who's an 80. No, Dean is at 77, and Brinson, who's at 75. I'd much rather have Frazier in the lineup, especially since our outfielders in the backup are a 72 and a 75. So let's swap Isaac Galloway and Clint Frazier, put them in. So now Galloway's going to be in the minor leagues in AAA. Now, does he have a... Let's look at Clint Frazier and see what his actual position is. He's more of a left fielder. He's an 83. He's a 76 right fielder and a 66 center, so we don't want to put him in center. He loves Miami and like to finish his career here. Wow, nice. Welcome to the team, Clint Frazier. All right. So we'll see now. Granderson is our right fielder, if I'm not mistaken. Granderson's our right fielder. Dean is our left, and Brinson is our center fielder. Can either Granderson or Dean play center? Granderson cannot. He could be either right or left. And Dean is actually worse, so that means Dean has to be on the bench. Clint Frazier's going to be in. Now, looking at his stats, in 2017 he had 134 at-bats with the Yankees, where he had 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. In the minors in 17 and 18, he did have, about a dozen home runs apiece. So he could. I'll keep him in 5. I don't think we have a home run hitter though at the moment. I mean, Granderson is the 4th best active home run hitter in the National League. There was points where he had 40 home runs, but you look at the last few years, he's had 26 and 13. So will he hit a lot? I don't know. Same thing with it. He used to have 20 stolen bases. Now he doesn't. Starlin Castro is going to get us, 15, 20 home runs. Neil Walker, again, another guy who can get us about 20 home runs, 15 home runs. We'll see. So let's get into our first series. I think we have to go through spring training, which doesn't take more than a second. Because our first series, we're technically on March 1st, 2019. And this is going to bring us to the 28th by just going to next day. Until opening day. So it's moving us up. Oh, we have a trade offer. The Detroit Tigers would like to trade Candelario to us for JT Riddle and JC Milan. Now, that money-wise seems decent. Because JT Riddle has a bigger salary. We're actually giving away about $2.7 million versus $1.7 million. But do I want to get rid of... And we'd get a starting third baseman out of the deal. Let's talk. Riddle is 27. Candelario's 25. Well, that's 23. What is JT Riddle? Oh, sorry. Scouting. Riddle last year played 102 games, 300 at-bats, gave us 9 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a .231 batting average. Candelario played 144 games for Detroit with 19 home runs and 54 RBIs, and a .224 average. But he could hit the ball. So I'm gonna make this deal. I don't know. You guys in the comments, tell me, would you make that deal? I'm gonna make it because even though they're even and I'm giving up another player who is in my minor league system, the fact that we're going to get a player that can play every day and hit home runs, we're not going to have that home run hitter this year, but if we can get 3 or 4 guys who can hit 15, 20 home runs, and we're saving money. That's the other thing. Right now, because of that deal we just made with Dan Straley, our team payroll went down to $97 million and our projected profit went up to $7 million, and this one will make it go up another. So I think we're going to make that deal. All right, and see, now where team payroll is now 96, and we've made a projected profit of $8 million. So we were gonna walk off this year with $15 million. At this present moment, we could walk off with about $19 million, and a projected payroll right now is $96 million. With Martin Prado, again, nobody's going to trade for him because of his $14 million deal, but next season that won't be in our budget. So we could go for a higher price guy, maybe not a Bryce Harper or Manny Machado, but somebody who, can give us $14 million. So here we go. Unless another trade comes in. Oh, and we got another trade offer. This one wants to give Jonathan Davis and Devin Travis for Clint Frazier. So we just traded for Clint Frazier. And they want to give us 2 players for him. I don't actually like this deal. Clint Frazier is an 83-84 at age 24. They're going to give us 2 older guys, not by much, 26 and 28, but who have a lesser rating and are going to cost us $1.5 million more. So I don't actually like this deal. I think having Clint Frazier on the team is going to benefit us. So I'm going to say no to the Toronto Blue Jays. Again, feel free to comment if you would have done that deal. Oh, another one. And again, another person who is who we just traded for. Candelario and BJ Lopez for Tyler White of the Houston Astros. Now again, this is going by not knowing anything about the players. We'll look at Tyler White. I mean, Tyler White got last year 80 games, 7 home runs, a 165 batting average. Oh, no, that's the wrong guy. Why did they give me... Okay, can I have his scouting? There we go. All right, Tyler White was 66 games, 12 home runs, 42 RBIs, and 276 batting average. So he has a better batting average than Candelario, but doesn't have as many home... Oh, I don't know, because he didn't play a lot of games. But I just think because of the salary, $3.8 million compared to these 2 guys we're giving away, and let's be honest, 77 and 78, BJ Lopez could show up in the majors at some point this season for us and play a decent amount of games for $52,000. I'm gonna say no, because we would be giving twice as much money. We're giving them $1.75 million in salary to get this player who could be good, who could be great, but at $3.8 million, I'm gonna say no. And we'll only get him that 1 year. I'm gonna say no. They can hate me. You guys can hate me. We now have a trade offer from the Dodgers, who, by the way, I'd just like to state that I have been trying to trade with the Dodgers for Austin Barnes, and they have not wavered on that. They would like to trade us Chris Taylor, a shortstop outfielder with an 80 rating, for J.D. Osborne, our catcher. They are looking for a starting catcher, which is funny because why can't you give me Austin Barnes then? But again, I don't like this deal. So, just for the sheer money wise, I mean, yeah. Again, I'm gonna have J.D. Osborne for a few years, whereas that one, he could say, "God, I hate the Marlins," and leave us next year, and yeah, I'm gonna say no thanks. I have no idea what day we're on. Oh, we're on the 24th. There's only 3 more days. How many more trade offers are we gonna get? This one, I'm going to say no instantly. Yeah, I'm still going to say no to this. They want to give us Hernandez from the Boston Red... Oh, it's our friends at Boston Red Sox. They want to trade us Hernandez for Austin Dean. I mean, Dean is making more money, but, again, he's got a higher rating. He's younger. I'm going to keep that one. Sorry, this video is actually taking longer than I thought because just there's so many trade offers so far. Our buddies at the Houston Astros are back. They still want Candelario and Lopez. Now they want to trade us Roberto Osuna, the relief pitcher, and Diaz, the infielder. And I'm going to instantly say no to this deal for the simple fact that the Houston Astros contracts are a combined $8.65 million. And for an 81 and a 79, for us to give up an 81 and a 77, is it worth what, $7 million, close to $7 million? You know, when we only have $10 million. You know, no. So I think that leads us up to my telephone is ringing. So that is going to lead us up to our first game, the Colorado Rockies at the Miami Marlins. We are going to simulate until the date and then play this game in play-by-play mode. Here we are. So we're going to have Trevor Richards start us off in the first game. And our lineup is going to be Granderson, Castro, Neil Walker, J.D. Osborne, Clint Frazier, Louis Brinson, Miguel Rojas. Martin Prado made the roster. Oh, you know why? Because we made that trade and I didn't bring him up. So we'll make that. I didn't bring up Candelario. So we'll do that the second game. And Trevor Richards is going to be the ninth spot pitch. So here we go. Now you can manager this. You can player it, or you can general manager. I generally like to either manage or general manage. Managed, I can make pitching changes, or defensive. General manager, you don't do anything. Player, you actually have choices. I'm not a fan of the player. We're going to general manage this. Here we go. So Iannetta strikes out. Charlie Blackmon flies out. And Daniel Murphy grounds out. So good first inning for us. Granderson walks. Starlin Castro singles to right center. We have men at first and third. But then two strikeouts. A wild pitch, a run scores. So the first inning, the Marlins lead 1-0. It was by a wild pitch, but we'll take it. Oh, Ian Desmond singles to center, scoring a run for the Rockies. Ground out to end the inning. Martin Prado comes up and gets a hit in this first bat. Doubles to left. Martin Prado steals third. He's saying, "You talking crap about me? I'm gonna." Uh-oh. Charlie Blackmon with a home run, 2-run home run, and we are down 3-1 in the opening game. Ends the top of the third, down 3-1. Starlin Castro grounds out. Neil Walker tries to hit that ugly statue. He flies out, and J.D. Osborne strikes out. double play ends that inning. So nobody got on. Brinson singles. Miguel Rojas. Long fly out. Martin Prado flies out. Double play? Nope. I mean, Trevor Richards, you know, he's got 4 innings pitched so far, 6 hits, but he's given up 3 runs. But he comes to bat and tattoos the ball, but it's going to be just short. Anderson singles to right. Starlin Castro strikes out, and Walker flies out. Getting overmatched by this by Marquez from the Rockies. Even Marquez hits against us. And Chris Iannetta singles to center, scoring a run. It's at 4-1 Rockies. Osborne walks. Frazier strikes out. Brinson strikes out. Rojas hits, I think. Yep, he singles through the hole. Prado gets a hit. Singles, scoring a run. He's like, you're going to put me down in the minors after I'm the only guy who scored for you guys? 4-2 into the 7th. We now have Mike Kickham in. Darren Guerrero comes in. It sounded like they liked that because Neil Walker homers over the left field fence. We're now down 5-3. Tony Walters pinch hit there. Okay. Sometimes the game's going by too fast, and it's going by so fast that I'm realizing we are losing 7-3 now. That's why I'm not playing the game. Brinson on second. Prado flies out. Anderson grounds out and ends the inning. Drew Steckenrider comes in for the Marlins in the 9th. We've got Chris Rusin coming in to close it out on us. Strikeout. Uh-oh, Starlin Castro hits that. And it's a home run. Starlin Castro, hoping for a big year out of him. And that is it. Colorado Rockies defeat the Miami Marlins 7-4 in the opener. And we've already got a trade offer by the Dodgers, still wanting to trade Chris Taylor over to us for J.D. Osborne. Gonna say no thanks. So we can click on the game. And it will bring you out a box score. And so for our team, Granderson went 1 for 4. Starlin Castro went 2 for 5 with a home run. Neil Walker went 1 for 5 with a home run. J.D. Osborne 0 for 3 but 2 walks. Clint Frazier 0 for 3 with 1 walk. Lewis Brinson 1 for 4. Miguel Rojas 1 for 4. Martin Prado 2 for 4. And then the 9th spot. Trevor Richards in his loss went 5 2/3 inning with 7 hits given up, 2 walks. 3 strikeouts, gave up a home run, 4 runs, 3 earned. And we had people like Brigham come in for a third, gave up a hit. Kickham came in for a third, gave up 2 hits and a run. Teheran Guerrero came in for an inning and 2/3, gave up 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 runs. And then Steckenrider came in to close the door in the 9th, 1 inning, 2 strikeouts. So not the best start, but, we'll see. It's a long season, 162 games. We're just through game 1. Let's go to our team because I forgot to put in our third baseman. Here he is. Candelario is sitting in the minors. So now he is up as our starter in the third base position. And I'm assuming Prado went back down. Oh yeah, he's right there in Double A. Double A for a guy who had was batting 500 with a steal and an RBI. Alright, so here we go. He's going to play the second game. So we've got Wei-Yin Chen going up against John Gray in this match. And Candelario is going to bat second. We've got now Granderson, Candelario, Neil Walker, J.D. Osborne, Clint Frazier, Austin Dean, Starlin Castro, Miguel Rojas, and Chen. And we're going to start off with, a walk, a line out, a wild pitch, 2 more walks. The base is loaded. A ground out that brings in a run. A single that brings in another run. Oh my goodness. What an inning. 2 runs on 1 hit. And no errors. So Granderson grounds to short. Candelario gets a single in his first at-bat as a Marlin. Neil Walker gets a single. J.D. Osborne grounds out into a double play. No. Oh. Blackman gets a single. First and second, but luckily it's over. Frazier strikes out. Austin Dean pops out. Starlin Castro hits it a ton, but it's a double. Miguel Rojas singles, and we've got a run. And then our pitcher, Wei-Yin Chen, comes up, flies out to right. Down 2-1. So now, as this game's going on, let me say, people are wondering why I'm talking a lot about Martin Prado and his $14 million contract. I tried to trade that. You would have to eat away most of the contract to get even an offer. And at that point, where I'm sitting at about $9 million of cash, I do not have enough money to buy him out or trade him off and send that much money. So he will have to stay on the roster for the year, and then we can either restructure his contract to where it's lower or release him. So right now the game is still 2-1. Both pitchers actually having a really good game because it's only either pitcher is giving up 4 hits. But unfortunately, a hit by pitch, a balk, a grounder, and another grounder scores a run for the Rockies. They have scored 3 runs technically on 1 hit because their 2 runs in the first inning came on 1 hit, and then the 3rd run in the 5th inning came by a hit by pitch. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 6th. A double by Candelario. Good start to his career in the Marlins. J.D. Osborne singles in a run. It's down 3-2. Clint Frazier also is having the opposite effect, and for his career so far, as he is 0 for 7, 0 for 6, 0 for 6 so far. So those who just critiqued me in the comments about that Clint Frazier trade, yes, 0 for 6 so far. And the Rockies get a run from a Trevor Story single. Starlin Castro hits it a ton again, but I think this one's caught. Yeah. Rojas grounds out. And we go 1, 2, 3 in the 8th. Well, it's in the 7th, sorry. Now the top of the 8th. Brigham's back in. Nice. Good inning. Machado strikes out. Granderson walks. Candelario hits it, but it's caught. Walker grounds out. Steckenrider comes in. Strikeout. Walk. Single. Passed ball. Strikeout. See why I wanted Austin Barnes? Oh my lord. Steckenrider up it. 3 runs in the 9th. J.D. Osborne grounds out. Clint Frazier walks. Yay! Austin Dean walks. Starlin Castro grounds out. And oh no, for an error. And Rojas hits. We are going to score 2 runs. Birdie comes in to pinch hit and strikes out. Granderson walks. Candelario is going to fly out to end the game. So the Rockies beat the Marlins 7-4. So I saw some good things in that game, and I saw some not so good things in that game. And we've been offered a trade for our man Clint Frazier. The Reds offering us Scott Schliedler and Derek Dietrich, who, by the way, was on my Marlins squad in MLB 18, the show. But money-wise, again, I just don't like this deal. They're older, they have less rating than him, and it would cost me an extra $2 million. So I'm going to say no to that deal. So if you noticed here, before we get into these last 2 games, our stats are up now. It's 232 batting average, a 6.50 ERA. We've scored 8 runs, given up 14. Obviously, the Pythagorean theorem says we should be 0-2, which we are. Our cash, we've now made $11 million. Our projected profit is $9 million. And right now, Jeff Brigham's ERA is the best, and Starlin Castro's batting average is the best with Neil Walker and Martin Prado. So, oh, I didn't look. It's a left click. Yeah. Left click. The only thing about the left click for your box score is it goes into your Internet Explorer, basically. So, so with our game, we had Candelario went 2 for 5 with a run scored. Starlin Castro went 2 for 4 with a run scored. And got to give it to Miguel Rojas, 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Wei Chen went 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Jeff Brigham, 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. And Steckenrider got shelled. 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 Ks though. ERA is now 13.50. Alright, so let's get right into this next game. Pablo Lopez gonna pitch again, or now our order changed up a little bit. Curtis Granderson is taking the game off. Brian Anderson's going to be in. All right. I think Clint Frazier's also taking the game off. And Austin Dean is getting a shot. So here we go. At this point, we can go to batter season stats. Most of these guys are now getting to 10 at-bats. Once you get to 10 at-bats, you'll get their actual average for the season, which I like. I like seeing who's the... And we're already down 1-0 by a Nolan Arenado single. Candelario leads off and pops up. Starlin Castro strikes out. Neil Walker grounds out. Not a great start for us. Desmond flies out. Drew Weeks grounds out. And we go 1-2-3. J.D. Osborne gets a single. And advances on an error by Charlie Blackmon. Anderson grounds out. Dean grounds out. A wild pitch, though, gets us our run. So I think that's the second time this season we've gotten a run on a wild pitch. Freeland walks. Iannetta gets a double. Blackmon walks. And Daniel Murphy flies out, but a sacrifice fly. It gets the second run inning over. Pablo Lopez grounds out. Candelario pops up, or flies out. Starlin strikes out. I think that's the second time today. Oh no, he dribbled weakly to the catcher, but still. Ian Desmond, I think that's 2-3 Ian Desmond. Weeks pops up. Neil Walker. J.D. Osborne pops up. Brian Anderson gets his first hit of the season. Austin Dean gets his first hit of the season. 2 men on and Brinson pops up. Down 2-1 and going into the 5th. Freeland walks. Iannetta reaches first on a fielding error by the catcher. And a balk. And a run scored by Daniel Murphy grounding to second. 1 run on no hits. Miguel Rojas pops up. Lopez strikes out. Candelario gets a hit. Singles to center. Starlin Castro grounds out. Candelario so far batting .375 in his first 8 at-bats. Drew Weeks singles, grounds out. Walker flies out. Osborne grounds out. Brian Anderson walks. Austin Dean grounds out. 3-1 in the in the seventh now, into the sixth. Jose Quijada now pitching. First of all, just want to say I apologize in advance for every name I mispronounce. I probably will do it a lot. If you ever watched my streams before, especially Euro Truck, I said a lot of cities' names wrong and was called out on that, so I apologize. Alfaro doubles. Candelario grounds out. Go to the eighth. Mike Kickham's back in for us. And I was going to say 1-2-3 inning, but Trevor Story gets a single. Ian Desmond grounds out though, so good inning. Starlin Castro comes up and grounds out. Neil Walker walks. J.D. Osborne walks. We have bases loaded. And Brian Anderson flies out. No tag up. And Austin Dean grounds out. Go to the ninth. Nick Anderson now pitching for us. A walk. It's like a pop-up. Oh. Garrett Hampson with a pinch hit single. But luckily the inning is over. O is coming in to close it out for the Rockies. Brinson's going to pop up. Rojas is going to strike out. Birdie's coming in to pinch hit, and he strikes out, and the Rockies win 3-1. Not a good series so far for us. It was our best pitching. Now this one wants to give us. The Orioles want to give Yi-Wan Zhu and Drew Jackson to us for Neil Walker. This would be a cost-saving one for us, but you know they're not giving us. They're giving us Drew Jackson as our infielder, and I mean, eventually they're giving us 280s for an 82, and saving money. But I can't do right now. I can't do that deal. And the top stories change as the first place belongs to the Rockies. So anything that ever mentions us, they're going to put in there. And it's against that game where we lost 7-4. Okay. So we're mentioned. It's not about us though. So let's play our last game, then we'll end this chapter of this story for us. Jose Arena is going to pitch for us. And we've got Candelario, Castro, Walker, Osborne, Anderson, Dean, Brinson, Rojas. So again, Frazier and Granderson are going to sit this one out. And here we go. Nolan Arenado homers over the center field fence, and we're down 2-0 already. Did we give up a run in every first inning of the series? I don't know. Candelario walks, steals second. Castro reaches first base on an error. Walker pops up. Osborne gets a single. We're going to get a run. Oh, Brian Anderson. Is it? It's gone! Brian Anderson with a 3-run home run. Dean pops up. Brinson pops up. But we are now up 4-2 in the Top of the second inning. The first lead we've had all season. Woohoo! Arenas. Our pitcher steals a base. Our pitcher gets a single and steals a base. We gotta love that. But nobody can do anything else, so that ends that inning. Chris Iannetta doubles. Oh, Iannetta caught stealing. And we end that inning without any issues. Neil Walker tattooed that, but got caught. J.D. Osborne gets a single. Brian Anderson, who homered earlier, is going to double on this one. Second and third. Austin Dean rounds out, but a run scores. Brinson gets a hit. Brinson at this point was 2 for 8. So now we're up 6-2 in this game. Oh, that's probably a good hit there. Drew Weeks with a double. Levis gets a single, scores a run. Urena throws a wild pitch. And that ends that inning. 6-3. And Urena grounds to first. Candelario grounds to third. Oh, no, gets an infield single. Starlin Castro grounds out. And Neil Walker grounds out. Top of the fifth, 6-3 Marlins. Iannetta. Can we not stop Iannetta? Charlie Blackwood doubles. 2 men on. Danny Murphy walks. No. Somebody put a quarter in the merry-go-round. Iannetta tags up, scores a run, but that was the only run. So good job, guys. 6-4. Osborne singles. Anderson, another long shot, but it's caught. Dean with a single. Brinson walks, bases loaded. Rojas walks. Alfaro pinch hits and strikes out. Candelario hits and scores 2 runs. Castro rounds out 9-4 Marlins. Drew Weeks singles. Davis strikes out. Daza up to bat. Flies out. Walters with a... Jeez, these pinch hitters from the Rockies come in and... doubles. A wild pitch scores a run off of us. Where's my catcher? This chapter should be entitled "I Want Austin Barnes." as my catcher. Granderson is now in as a right fielder. Quijada is pitching. Strikeout, walk. Ground out. Brinson up. Grounds out. Rojas grounds out. Dixon Machado strikes out. Steckenrider is coming in. Remember, he was the guy who had that 3 strikeouts, 3 runs, 3 hits game. He comes in 1, 2, 3 innings, the 8th. Good hold. Marlins come back. Candelario grounds out. Starlin Castro pops up. And Neil Walker grounds out. And we will, or lines out. We go to the 9th. Steckenrider is going in for a 2nd inning. He flies out. Ryan flies out. Blackman walks. Murphy grounds out. Oh, no, gets a first error. And then at first and second, a pop-up. And a strikeout. And that is it. The Marlins win their first game of the season, 9-5. And we have a trade for Candelario for Grichuk. I apologize. But he's making $5 million. I'm going to say no. So we got our first. I have to go to March, get on our box score. Our first win of the season. With Jose Urena getting the win. 5 innings pitched. He still gave up 4 runs, but 7 hits, 4 strikeouts. He gets the good outing here by Quijada with 1 inning. He did walk 2, but he got no hits. Holds the inning. And the same thing with Drew Steckenrider. Remember, I gave him a lot of crap on that first outing, but 2 innings pitched. No hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Got his ERA down to 6.75 now. We had a home run by Brian Anderson and a double by Brian Anderson and Lewis Brinson. So, good game. Did we get a story mode? No, we didn't get a story about us. So, Pythagorean Theorem says we should be 2-2 now, but we're 1-3. Our projected profit has moved up to $10 million because a lot of people came to see us, I guess. We look. The last home game was 17,000 people came to see us. Not a lot. So far, we had 19,000 per game, which made $550,000. Our total revenue, or our total projected, is we're going to have 1.5 million people come to the games, and we're going to make $44 million out of ticket revenue. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for this round. Let's put up our standings. Oops, sorry. Tickets are like, hey, don't forget about me. We are at the bottom. We are 1-3, 1.5 games out already, but we did win 1. We won. We're not going to get swept right off the bat. So we will come back and go into calendar and start our next series, which will be a 3-game series against the Mets. This next one will be a lot shorter video just because we don't have all that trading in the middle of spring training, and it's a 3-game series versus a 4-game series. So I hope you come back. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Comment about those trades. You know, was the Candelario and the what was my other controversial trade? Was the Candelario trade good? Was the Clint Frazier trade good? Would you have taken any of those other trades? Let me know. So, thanks a lot for watching. Hope everyone has a great day. And we'll see you soon for our Mets series. Take care now. Sorry, I don't have an editing button to make a cool thing yet. So, have a great day. Bye.